Now, I know on this show we often say that we are bringing you the stories the so-called mainstream press and woke political establishment don't want you to hear about or see. Well, have a look at this extraordinary footage that Fox News obtained from Del Rio, Texas, on the southern border of the United States, where thousands and thousands of illegal migrants, mostly Haitians trying to make their way into the United States via Mexico, have been streaming in every single day.
Stunning footage out of Del Rio, Texas on Thursday as our Fox flight team drone shows thousands of migrants crammed under the international bridge, waiting to be processed after crossing illegally into the United States. Our drone spotted masses of migrants crossing from Ciudad Acuña, Mexico, over a dam in the Rio Grande and into the United States illegally. They then stream into Del Rio via a dirt path, hundreds coming by the hour with more on the way every day.
Scenes like this have been repeated across the border for months now, pretty much ever since the Biden administration loosened Trump-era policies demanding that would-be migrants be processed in Mexico on that side of the border, and instead returned to the failed catch-and-release policies of the bad old days, where migrants are released into communities without so much as a COVID test and only on a promise of showing up to a hearing at some later date. Well, actions have consequences. In August, the U.S. Border Patrol recorded over 208,000 so-called encounters with would-be migrants. This was the second month in a row that figure was over 200,000 encounters. Keeping in mind for that every known, quote, encounter, there may be 2 or 3 more who slip in with no contact at all. And here's the kicker. That 208,000 figure represents an increase of 317% from the previous August when a certain bad orange man was in the Oval Office. Well, hope and change, right? So, what did the Biden administration choose to do about this disaster? Well, faced with the bad optics of drone footage that revealed the extent of the crisis at the border, they didn't decide to change tack or get tough or even, God help us, end the insane policies that have created this mess. No. Officials got on the phone to the Federal Aviation Administration and had them issue a temporary ban on drone flights in the area. But here's where it gets really good. This didn't thwart the Fox News journalists from getting the footage. They simply got themselves a chopper, and not just one hired by the company, but one provided by local law enforcement. You know, the people who have to deal with the mess created by Biden's policies so they could show the world what is going on. Have a look at this.
Look at the mass of people down there. This time 2 days ago, there were just over 4,000 people. There are now upwards of 11,000. We are talking nearly a tripling of the numbers. That Mexican town that you're looking across the river, that is Ciudad Acuña. That is the Mexican city where all these migrants are gathering. And you can see they're using this dam right here to walk across the Rio Grande and enter the United States illegally. They then use a dirt path that's right below us, and they stream into the international bridge area.
Again, as I say, any government, any regime faced with this sort of crisis pretty much has 2 options. They can either act to do something about it, or they can simply try to stop you from finding out about it. Guess which option the Biden administration chose? That they chose to try and hide it is pretty telling. That local cops are now helping the press expose it is even more so.